Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics and also welcome to the chapter of permutation and combination. Till now we have discussed about the fundamental of permutation, types of arrangements, types of permutations. In this particular session we are going to discuss about the restricted permutation. So this is the first part. It is of two types. The permutation when a particular thing is to be included every time, this is the first case. And in the second part, permutation when a particular thing is never to be included, that means it is avoided each and every time. So in the first part, when a particular thing is to be included in the permutation, then in that case the number of all permutations of n different objects taken are at a time when a particular object is to be included in that case or in that permutation in each arrangement is given by r multiplied with the permutation of n minus 1 taking r minus 1. Similarly, in the second part, permutation when a particular thing is never to be included, that means it is avoided each and every time. The number of all permutations of n different objects taken are at a time when a particular object is never taken in each arrangement is given by, it is the permutation of n minus 1 taking r at a time, that means n minus 1 permutation r. So let us discuss about one of the example based upon the both of the cases, an object which is included every time and an object is never included in that permutation. So let us discuss about that example. So here it is the first problem based upon the restricted permutation of all the permutation of 10 objects taken 4 at a time. That means the number of objects is equal to 10 and we have to consider or we have to choose 4 at a time, that means r is equal to 4. So for the first case, when one particular object is to be included, the total number of permutations of 10 different objects taking 4 at a time, when one particular object is to be included is given by, according to the formula, it is 4 multiplied with 10 minus 1 permutation, 4 minus 1, that implies 4 multiplied with 9p3, and this is defined as 9 factorial divided by factorial for 9 minus 3. That means 4 multiplied with 9 factorial divided by 6 factorial. Just simplifying, this is 4 factorial. Just let us convert the 9 factorial as the form of 6 factorial, 7 into 8 into 9. Then cancelling both of the 6 factorial, and here it is 4 multiplied with 7 multiplied with 8 multiplied with 9. Just multiply this 4 numbers and here it is your answer. Just multiply and here it is your answer. That is the total number of permutations we can define for the 10 different objects taken 4 at a time, but whenever one particular object is to be included every time. So this is the result. Just you have to multiply, simplify and find out the answer. This is the text for you. Then moving to the next condition, that is the second bit. This is the second bit, and here we have to find out the total number of permutations of 10 different objects taking 4 at a time when one particular object is not to be included. So the total number of permutations of 10 different objects taking 4 at a time when one particular object is not to be included every time. Every time. Then is given y. Is given y. It is 10 minus 1 n minus 1 p r. That means 4. That means it is 9 p r. The value of r here it is 4. That means 9p4. Then just putting the formula, factorial of 9 minus 4, and this is 9 factorial divided by 5 factorial. Again factorizing the 9 factorial in terms of 5 factorial. 5 factorial into 6 into 7 into 8 into 9. Then cancelling both of the 5 factorial, just to multiply these 4 numbers and find out the answer. This is the total number of permutations of 10 different objects taking 4 at a time, but in which one particular object is never to be included, is not to be included every time. And here it is the final answer. Then moving towards some of the more fundamentals based upon the restricted permutations and circular permutations and the repeating cases. After the completion of restricted permutation, then let us discuss about the grouped permutations. That means a group of letters. Permutation of all objects, not all distinct. That means similar elements. So let us come through the theorem number 1. The number of mutually distinguishable permutation of n things taken all at a time, of which P are alike of one kind and Q are alike of the rest of the second kind, such that the sum of P and Q is equal to n. Then the total number of permutations is given by n factorial divided by the multiplication of P factorial and Q factorial. Suppose we are considering a word dada. That means it contains 4 letters. Out of the 4 letters, there are 2 D's. Similarly, there are 2 A's. So, the total number of 2 D's plus 2 A's is equal to 4. That means it contains 2 types of letters, out of which there are 2 D's and 2 A's, and sum of the D's, D, the total number of D and the total number of A. That means 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That means the total number of objects here. 4 is equal to total number of letters here. 4 letters are there. So this can be defined as 4 factorial divided by multiplication of 2 factorial with 2 factorial. This is just simply the solution. We will discuss about this in a problem after this note or completion of this fundamental. Similarly, the theorem number 2 tells that the number of permutations of n things of which P1 are alike one kind, P2 are alike of a second kind, P3 are alike of a third kind. Similarly, PR are alike of the earth kind, such that the sum of P1 plus P2 plus P3 up to PR, it gives us the total number of objects. That means n. Then the total number of permutation in this case is given by n factorial divided by multiplication of the P factorial, P1 factorial, P2 factorial, PR factorial. Just let us consider. Suppose there is a word. Suppose there is a word cricket. It contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. Out of the 7 letters, there are 2 C's. 2 C's. Then 1 R. Then 1 I. 1 K. 1 E. And 1 T. So the total number of permutations is equal to 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Then 1 factorial multiplied with 1 factorial multiplied with 1 factorial. 1. Then 1 E and 1 T. That means 1 factorial. And for T, this is 1 factorial. Just we don't need to write down these ones because 1 factorial is itself 1. Whether you multiply by 1 or whether you divide a number by 1, it gives us the original same result. So you can also omit these ones from here. So these are the two fundamentals based upon the grouped permutations. After this fundamental, let us discuss one of the example based upon the grouped permutation. So here it is the example based upon the grouped permutation, and here in this example we have to find out the total number of ways in which the letters of the word Allahabad can be arranged. So given that the word is Allahabad, it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It contains 9 letters. Out of these 9 letters, out of which there are, you can see that it contains 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of which there are 4 H's and then 2 L's and the rest of the letters are different, and the rest of the letters are different, because you can see that H is present for a single time, D is present for a single time, and there is a single B also. The total number of arrangements is equal to 9 factorial divided by 4 factorial multiplied with 2 factorial. Just you have to omit or you have to neglect. Don't need to write down the letters which are present for a single time. There is a single V, so don't need to write down 1 factorial, because 1 factorial is equal to 1. It will not give or it will not affect your result. Then just simplify this 9 factorial, just 4 factorial multiplied with 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 divided by 4 factorial multiplied with 2, cancelling both of the 4 factorial. From the numerator and denominator we are having here 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 divided by 2, and just simplify this, simplify and find out the answer. This is the solution for the given problem, which is based upon the grouped permutation. Then moving towards to the circular permutation. So here it is the last concept of this current video session, and that is the circular permutation. The number of ways of arranging n distinct objects around a circle is factorial of n minus 1. To arrange n objects around a circle, that means there are also n places. We have to arrange n objects around a circle, but you must convince that there are n places for the n objects. So to arrange these n objects around a circle, it is a little bit different from the arrangement of n objects in a straight line. So to arrange n objects around a circle, first of all you have to put or you have to fix a object in the circle. First you have to put a or fix a object in a fixed place. Then you have to arrange the rest of the, after fixing of one object out of n objects, the remaining objects are n minus 1. So the places are also n minus 1 for the n minus 1 objects. For the n minus 1 objects, there are n minus 1 number of places here. So the total number of permutations to arrange n minus 1 objects in the n minus 1 places, it is the permutation of n minus 1 and taking n minus 1, and this is a factorial of n minus 1. And there is a corollary based upon the circular permutation, and that is the number of arrangements of n objects out of which are alike, that means are of a same kind, then it is the given y factorial of n minus 1 divided by factorial of r. But this is the most important theorem out of which there will be a problem in your board exam. So let us discuss about one of the example which is based upon circular permutation, then we can conclude our video for today. So here it is the problem based upon the circular permutation, and this is the last problem for this current video session. And it has been asked to find out in how many number of ways 6 ways can be arranged around a table. That means it is a circular permutation because the problem is based upon around a table. We have to find out the total number of arrangements. Given that there are 6 ways, that means n is equal to 6, and we have to arrange these 6 ways around a table. 6 ways can be arranged around a table in n minus 1 factorial of n minus 1, that means factorial of 6 minus 1, that means 5 factorial, that means 120 number of ways. Very simple problem based upon the circular permutation. So by this problem we are going to conclude our video session for today. In the next video session we are going to discuss about some of the basic important problems or vital problems based upon the types of permutations, types of arrangements, as well as the grouped permutations, restricted permutation, and also the circular permutations. Then we can start our exercise part. Till then, thank you.